Stop it right there. You think you know this monster's name? Go ahead, what does it sound like? Lagiacrus? Nope. Lagiacrus? Nope. The blue bomber? Not that one. What do you think this sounds like? You sure that's how it's pronounced? Hello, you fine looking individuals. We're gonna find out more about this elusive monster. If this is your first time here, you wanna know more about Monster Hunter Rise, Nintendo games, JRPGs, amongst other video game content, underwater battle, that like and subscribe button. How do you pronounce this monster's name? Put in the comments below. Let's get into it. This thing is the Lord of the Seas, the king of all Leviathan monsters, and the Monster Hunter community's favorite blue boy that Capcom can't seem to bring back to the franchise. Why, Capcom? Why don't you want to see your fans happy? This monster was introduced to the third generation of Monster Hunter titles, starting with Monster Hunter Tri. This lavishly lengthy Leviathan stole our hearts with its introduction quest, where you get water blighted and shocked over and over again with your super OP Great Jaggy gear. This monster shows itself again in Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate, Monster Hunter X or Generations in the West, and Monster Hunter Double Cross or Generations Ultimate in the West. Apparently, it did make an appearance in the Monster Hunter World Tech demo, but we haven't seen it in a Monster Hunter since Monster Hunter Stories 2. If you want to know more how to get the most out of your Monster Hunter Stories 2 experience, I have plenty of videos on this channel for your viewing pleasure. But onto the main topic at hand. Capcom. How do you pronounce a name like this? Well, let's break it down. Since the game's developed in Japan, the monster's Japanese name is
Lagiacrus.
So a close English pronunciation would be Lagiacrus. And that's even without identifying how to pronounce the S at the end of the name. Is it an unvoiced S like Lagiacrus? Or is it a voiced S or a Z sounding like Lagiacrus? I've seen some stuff on Reddit, so you know it's true. And this poll from Posky says that it's Lagiacrus. This still doesn't solve the answer if the closing consonant is either an unvoiced S or a voiced S. The answer remains to elude us, but let's move on. If the name is pronounced Lagiacrus, then the Gaia pronunciation could allow the name to be Greek in origin. Who is Gaia? According to Wikipedia, Gaia or Gaia, poetically translated, refers to earth or land, which is not exactly the Lord of the Seas, but we'll go with it for the sake of argument. The term crus or cruise comes from the Google telling me an elongated part of an anatomical structure, especially one which occurs in the body as a pair. So like legs or arms? It's got 'em, so it checks out. Now that last part of the name, La. What does it mean? What is La? Well, that's simple. It's a note to follow, so the La in the beginning of the name could lend itself to be Espanol or Italiano in origin. In Spanish, the name could sound more like Lagiacrus, and that's not even mentioning which of these four syllables gets emphasized. Lagiacrus, 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 Lagiacrus. An Italian version of the name would sound more like Lagiacrus, because in Italian, if an I and an E follow the letter G, the sound becomes J. So your favorite Gen 1 Pokemon gym leader, the leader of Team Rocket, and the holder of the Earth Badge is not pronounced Don Giovanni, but in fact pronounced Don Giovanni. I know, I just broke your world. And don't take my word for it. Look it up, but maybe I'm getting a little ahead of myself. There is a video on the Capcom USA YouTube page that is an entire showcase of this beautiful creature. So without further ado, let's experience how Capcom officially pronounces our favorite buoyant blue boy.
And we're here to talk about his favorite monster, which is
The Lagiacrus.
What?
The Lagiacrus.
Well, that's stupid. But how do you pronounce this monster's name? Put it down in the comments below. I have a video right here that's going to help you to go through Monster Hunter Rise and prepare for Sunbreak. Thanks for watching another Poogie Boogie video. Stay healthy, stay strong. Catch you next time. Lagiacrus.